We get to tell you stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
And tonight we have one of those stories for you. The men we talked to in Aurora likely didn't wake up this morning expecting to be heroes, but they will go to bed tonight as just that. They saved a man's life. Local 12's Brad Underwood is here with that story. Brad?
Well, Rob, Willie Fox says there was no hesitation. It was an instant reaction to jump into the river and try to save the man from sinking. He was one of two who did that, who jumped in to help. If they hadn't, this story would have a much more tragic end. Cell phone video captures the back end of the SUV as it rapidly sinks and goes under the surface of the Ohio River.
I was out watering my flowers and I heard people screaming over here, "Get him, get him."
Two men did jump in. Willie Fox is one of them.
Seen a guy sitting in there, seen one guy out there. They both kind of seemed like they were struggling, and from there I went down over the rocks, took my shirt off, took my shoes off, and didn't have time to take my dress pants off. Dove into the water, went out there. The car did not have any water in it at the time.
But it didn't take long for the water to rush into the SUV, leaving Fox with only one option.
First instinct was to jump in and undo his seatbelt, so at least if he went under, that he had a chance to get back out of the car. About that time, the car started filling up real quick. I had him almost out of the car and it went completely under.
Fox says he and the other man also went under, hoping to grab an arm, a hand, something. But that didn't happen.
The first feeling I had was the fact that, somebody just drowned and I couldn't get him out of the car.
But seconds later, the 65-year-old driver popped out of the water. Fox says he grabbed him and took him to the shoreline. Aurora police say the man had a medical emergency at the wheel, causing his SUV to go off the road and into the water.
This thing could have turned out very tragic. At this point, there's a loss of a vehicle, but not a life, which is tremendous.
Hey, you'd like to think you would help someone in an instant like that.
Yeah.
If you were presented with that opportunity. I asked him why jump in. He said, I couldn't sit there and watch this man who couldn't help himself sink and die. So
And
he jumped
thank
in.
goodness. Yet most people don't know how fast those cars go under. You think you're going to have time to float and think and take your belt off, but boy, it's lickety-split.
Right. He said when he jumped in, their water wasn't in there yet, but seconds later, it was under.
Yeah, and it's a good news story. We start with that tonight. It's very nice. Thanks, Brett. The 65-year-old man was taken to the hospital, and the best news of the night, he's going to be okay.
That is great news.